What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate y'all connecting with me while I do 10,000 steps out here. Hitting y'all with one more while I'm out here. I'm gonna get out here soon, though. I'm pretty sure if I ain't hit my 10,000, I'm probably close, because I've been doing a bit of walking today, especially since I've been out here at the mall. I've just been kind of taking advantage of the fact that this is a good space to walk in. But let's talk about racism and what that means to me. Now, this is a bit of a touchy one for people for various different reasons. It's not a touchy one for me, though, because a lot of the things that people claim to experience, I do not. I, in my life, and I'm in my 40s now, in my life, and I've lived a few different places, and I've dealt with all types of different people, different ethnicities, different social, economic circles. I've never felt at a disadvantage for being a black man. Just never in my life have I felt like being black has been used against me. I've never felt like being black was holding me back. I just never felt like people didn't want to be around me because of it. I'm never a victim as a result of it. In fact, it's the contrary. Like, I absolutely love being who I am. I love being in the skin that I'm in. And there's power in that, being unapologetically you, being who you are, and just kind of being out there. In most cases, and this has been my experience, if you don't care, other people don't care. I was at a few hockey games last season, and it's almost that time now this year. So go see the Red Wings, and I do the whole getting dressed up for the team colors and everything. Now, when I go to Red Wings games, it is a mostly white thing. I don't say that to be offensive. That's just what happens when I go to a hockey game. It is like 95% white when I'm there, maybe even 96%. But when I'm there, we're all rooting for our team. Nobody cares that I'm a black man at all. In fact, I'll do you one better. Most of the time, they think it's so cool the fact that I'm there, because it's kind of known to be a thing that's mostly, consumed by white folks. I remember it was our last home game of the season, last season, and it was a great time, man. Let me tell you, it was such a fantastic time. We were high-fiving, scoring, but we were high-fiving behind, scoring goals. There was a guy in front of me. He and we were conversing. A goal was scored to tie it up. We hugged each other and stuff, and we're just celebrating, so happy. You see what I mean? If you don't care, other people don't care. That guy didn't care that I was a black guy. I'm here, just another fan, rooting for the home team, and we're making a comeback, and it's exciting, and it's fun. And we ended up winning that game. It went into overtime, and who scored at the end? I can't remember if it was Kane or what, but we went crazy. It was such a damn fun time. And mind you, I'm one of the few black folks that's there. It's not like going to a Pistons game. It's a bit more black faces there when you go to a Pistons game, but it's basketball. No stereotypes, but you know what I mean. Black folks, we love us some basketball. So I'm there at a hockey game, and I'm very much in the minority, and no one cares. No one cares at all. I've never had a bad experience going somewhere where I'm the odd man out. That's just not been my experience. No matter what it is that I'm doing, even places that I've lived. I live back in the city now, but a few years prior, I was living in Westland, and a few years prior to that, I was living in Royal Oak. I've lived in Royal Oak twice. I absolutely love Royal Oak. Royal Oak, according to the numbers, which I looked these up when I was in real estate, it was like less than 5%, something like that, black. So pretty much anywhere that I went, and this is the city that I was calling home, pretty much anywhere that I went, I was the odd man out. And I never felt uncomfortable because of it. No one ever treated me any kind of way because of it. This has just not been my experience. Now I'm not going to sit here and deny that racism exists. Of course it does. Racism does exist. It is alive and well. What I want to tell you is that it may not be as big of a factor in your day-to-day life as you would like to believe. In many cases, I see people do things to sabotage themselves, sabotage their progress, sabotage their life in general, and they like to blame other things for their failures or why they're not progressing. And one of the popular go-tos for that is, oh, it's because I'm black. They don't like me because I'm black. I didn't get that promotion because I was black. That's always the go-to. That's always the scapegoat. And you got to be realistic. Not everything happening that's not in your favor is because you are African American. That's just not realistic. And you have to stop blaming these things and take some accountability for maybe you're just not that likable of a person. Maybe that's why people react to you the way that they do. Maybe you're just not that competent at your job. Perhaps that's why you didn't get that promotion. Maybe you just don't work as hard as you believe you do. You slack off, you play on your phone at work and whatnot. And that's why the last time raises were supposed to be handed out, you guys skipped over. There's all types of reasons for why things could be happening that aren't in your favor, and they're not always related to race. We talk about judging people by the content of their character all the time. And I believe that is true. That happens more often than not. It's based on you. It's not based on melanin. I've had far more great experiences than bad ones by being African American. Far more. As I said, experiences that I have with white folks are usually very pleasant. I have yet to have an experience with a white person that I was like, oh, they didn't like me because I was black. Some people just don't like you. They just don't vibe with you. It could just be, you remind them of somebody they knew. You remind them of an ex. You remind them of a neighbor that used to get on their nerves, whatever. And that person who you remind them of may not have even been black. You just remind them of them because of energy or the way you speak or something like that, the way you dress. It's not always racial, y'all. So I implore you, stop using race for everything, because everything doesn't come down to race. And I get it, this is my experience, it's my life, my experience, but remember, I am a black man. I'm a 6'4" black man. I had a crazy looking beard before, and I'm probably gonna grow it back. I had things and I still have things because I can't change my height. But the beard thing was something that I could change, but some people said that might make me look scary. Some people say that me being tall and muscular would make me look scary or whatever. But as I said, if you're comfortable in your skin and these things don't matter to you, they're gonna matter less to other people. I'm never walking and someone walks across the street to get away from me because they think I'm just gonna rob them because I'm black. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but it doesn't happen to me. It could happen to me tomorrow. And if that's the case, okay, fine. Maybe they did do it because I was black, but maybe they didn't. Maybe they just did it because I'm a tall, muscular guy and they were like, I'd rather be cautious than not. Everything just doesn't come down to race, y'all. So I hope this lands for who needs to hear it. Start taking some accountability for the choices that you make. You know, things that go wrong are not always tied to racial issues. It could just be because you kind of suck and just need to do better. So I appreciate y'all connecting with me. I'm gonna get on up out of this mall. Subscribe. Later.